Thanks, Tiernan. So I think to start with, probably let me open with a bit of a number that I think probably will make everyone in this room slightly uncomfortable. So I think if we take a step back, and I think we're all aware that AI is what we need to help us make this energy transition. The challenge is that the technology we need to decarbonize the grid is also one of the fastest growing loads on it. And that kind of brings me to data centers. And like Tin and I won't go on too much about them, but I think these are the engines behind AI and all the different AI based technologies we're using day to day in our lives, but also in industry. And now in Ireland, for example, it's already using 21% of national grid capacity. By 2030, it's likely that's going to hit closer to 48, maybe 50%, which is a scary figure that should all worry us. And I think where it gets interesting is that between now and the next 5 years, by 2030, we're going to add renewable capacity equivalent to our entire existing power generation infrastructure. So solar alone is going to double. 90, we hear from all the different energy authorities that 90% of global electricity demands going to be met by renewables. Now, whether that does or doesn't happen is a slightly separate challenge. What we really need to focus on is how can we continuously optimize today, right? So we need to move from this area where AI is kind of a nice to have and a bit of an afterthought, I think is fair to say in the energy industry to it's kind of a non-negotiable. And I'll, anecdotally drop in some of the work we're doing at Artifact with our clients. I've worked in the energy industry for a number of years, particularly on gas, coal, and the phasing out of coal, and then into renewables.